bridge that gap between young and our elders. His name is Life, the Griot. Put your hands together for him, y'all.
How y'all doing today? I've heard roaches talk loud and that. How y'all doing today? Okay, first I'd like to say that it's an honor. As a youth, my father used to always tell me about the last poets. Always tell me about the last poets. My father made his transition, but I know he's here. And I know he's watching at this moment. And before I got on the stage, Brother Omar from the Last Poet pulled me to the side and he said, "You going up next?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I'm listening." So if y'all get some poetry, say, "Talk to me." Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Before I say anything, I'd like to ask my elders, do I have your permission to speak? Yeah. Do I have your permission to speak? Yeah. In a state of silence is where I do the most communication. First, I align with divine truth, converse with the author of creation. I beg for the seed to feed my dying black nation, to find a cure in the curse so we can reverse the spiral of degeneration. He laughed. He said, "Life, it was written that we beheld triumphant in the end." Now modern man communicates through computers, pressing send. New habits formed by social network trends. Our voices no longer used, but we got thousands of social network friends. Freedom of speech as they monitor my email addresses. I'm talking those agencies. Mel Director was known for wearing female dresses. Implement Comatel Pro, watch our communities regresses. But he or she was not afraid to speak, best believe the Most High blessings. You box the body in the square, give the room 4 walls. Hit the mind with reverse magic, have it locked inside the laws. The hand that claims to serve the truth will have you locked within the claws. Program your senses and have you down on what you saw. Case in point, the kid was given 3 years for selling drugs inside the ballpark, while corporations get richer selling you drugs inside of Walmart. Those surrogate emotions they sell to you inside of Walmart. And if the foundation is built on lies, exit Babylon before it fall apart. Unmanned drones drop bombs, and I get a ticket for driving a car without a seatbelt. I teach you for what was chiseled in my heart, and hoping that it be felt. May it ignite the suns to dry the oceans that we wept. And may these words open your inner eyes from the centuries that we've slept. If y'all ready to hear some poetry, say, "Talk to me." Talk to me. Get him right here. Keep talking. When the taxes taken from our weekly checks are used to build prisons that incarcerate us. Yeah. School curriculums that educate us. And pay for the salaries, weapons, and training of racist police officers that target us, then it is fair for me to conclude that we are financing our own destruction. A degree earned from the prestigious dungeons of Yale and Harvard are merely pieces of paper which requires the signatures of only men. These mortal masters will never expose us of our godly identity, for they possess finite knowledge, finite wisdom, and finite understanding, which they have carefully wrapped in the layers of social conditioning. Colorfully camouflaged as school spirit, athletic altars, gladiator worship, packed coliseums, Greek life and letters that symbolize brotherhood through broken pride, virgin's innocent script when cardinal seeds and bearcats collide, drunken frat boys become scholars of our moral authority and are given the power to enforce policies that dictate how we should raise our children. Mental holocaust is being committed in class chambers where the souls of students are solicited to corporations that subdrive their humanity through their strawman. Captain downs like black hooded robes are worn in public initiations, aka school graduation, where the new graduates are given degrees. as janitorial keys to the Tower of Babel, where each floor is laid with secret handshakes and coded languages to control the perception and behavior of the sleeping mass. But we see clearly the signs of deteriorating times, but still recycle our children through revolving doors of spiritual death, where we encourage them to close their universal portals of infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, and infinite consciousness that guides us through our intuition. But we gladly trade that for a college tuition so that we too can possess expensive cars, elaborate homes, 20+ years of student loans that use the engine of this capitalist system that operates under the premise that money do grow and money will continue to grow on our family trees. It's like every branch of our sanity is shredded into currency that rotates from paycheck to taxes, taxes to government, government to institution, institution to employers, employers to employees, and when your candle of life melted away or was blown out by the same breath that blew life within you, we leave behind trails of material possessions, wills that divide families, bills that drives us to financial insanity, where we are then given prescription pills to help recover this humanity that we have suffocated with the pillows of imitation life. Brothers and sisters, life is not your expensive vehicle that eventually rusts within the windows of a decade. Life is not our mansions that have become our prisons by owning and enslaving us through mortgage debt. Life is not our 2 to 12-year degree we have ingrained into our identity. Life is that force that peels back your eyelids to the morning sun. Life is that 2-second vision of clarity piercing through your cloudiest moments. Life is that voice of inspiration that constantly draws us back to our center. Life is, and life will be, once we learn to listen and function at our highest spiritual potential. Y'all still with me? Say, talk to me. When I was 13 years old, my father walked me through the streets of Brooklyn, New York. It was my birthday. I wanted to go to Coney Island. I didn't want to hear the wisdom my father had to share. Take me to Coney Island. I don't want to hear all that. But he walked me from project to project. He said, look around, what projects it is. And what he did was he was planting a seed inside of my mind, and he told me you were either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. As I got older, I walked through DC, all over the US, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Israel, and everywhere I went, whenever I saw brown people, I saw the same blueprint for destruction. So, this piece is not a poem, but this is a challenge. This is a challenge for all of us. Little Abe saluted his boy and took a bullet for his project. The kid that squeezed the trigger, he pulled it for his project. Now it's war between the kids and the projects. The city confiscated land and corporations bid for the projects. They start laying pipelines from the prison to the project. Flooded with drugs, drain the vision of the project. Put cameras on the post, wide fence around the project. But still I see the empty weed bag laid beneath the bench of the project. On top these kids sit, they're getting high in the projects. Though the sets up, bandanas fly in the projects. Bullets were exchanged and mothers cried in the project. She said her son was born in a project. He died in the project. They call it social engineering in the project. Grandma got slapped by her grandson, but no one caring in the projects. We take from each other. No one sharing in the projects. These words cry for change, but no one hearing in the project. Instead, we hear these broke, dumb rappers throw knots to make it rain in the projects. And coppers told blocks let the black boys slain in the projects. With trappers sell rocks, crack brain in the project. This leaves able as unable. There's too much cane in the projects. Too many grown men mimic Lil Wayne in the projects. Too many flowers shaking their tails and fading in the projects. Pedophiles walk with no shame in the projects. Dogs on these streets unchained in the projects. Rick Moses from the earth. Young boys are running trains in the projects. And worse are ministers who claim to be ordained in the project. Using the Lord's name in vain in the project. Hustle God with snake tongues and leave spiritual stains in the project. Come on, 4 churches on 1 block, still nothing gaining in the project. 4 churches on 1 block, still nothing gaining in the project. But liquor stores where they drown out their pain in the projects. Crack house where they empty out their veins in the projects. Slow genocide to nothing remaining in the projects. They're doing bioengineering in the project. Biological warfare is the project. Syphilis and Tuskegee was a project. Dumping AIDS near Philly was a project. Chemtrail clouds of our city is a project. Radiation in the soil is a project. Fill the oceans with oil was a project. Genetic modifying food is a project. Use frequencies to control our moods is a project. Covertel Pro was a project. The CIA cut our hood with blower was a project. So crack in the hood was a project. Birth of a nation, even the coward clan in White Hood was a project. The prison complex is a project. Destroying the man complex is a project. The housing complex is a project. And we call the housing complex the project. Every single day that old scars peel from the projects. We want change, we gotta want to deal with our projects. Correct those that rob, rape, and steal in our projects. And those that hustle white death to kill the zeal in our project. My father said, young boy, your hand is a deadly weapon, but can also be used to heal our projects. Plant good seeds, watch the harvest yield in the projects. Learn to utilize the parks and the fields in our projects. Take back control, we gotta wield our project. Turn every man into an armor and a shield for the project. It's warfare. Become a righteous seal for the project. Aim high, push the whole will of the project. If black is beautiful, then let it be revealed in the project. Let's start by giving back the lies and focus on what's real in our projects. Like grow food, so we provide the meal for the project. Ross Kofi, I'm gonna say it again. Like grow food, so we provide the meal for the project. Eat healthy to eradicate the ills in our projects. Natural herbs in place of dietary pills in our projects. Try 3 days a week without salt as your project. Bring your sugar intake to a halt as your project. Fast 2 weeks on Facebook as a project. And put your damn face inside a book as a project. Let's teach our sons chess and karate in a project. Let's teach our daughters yoga and Pilates in a project. Take the television on, read more in the project. Open up your mind, see more than a project. Don't settle for yourself.